This is your Weather Extreme video for Saturday, July the 3rd, the July 4th weekend. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and yes, I'm decked out in all of my stars and stripes, and I hope that you have a great Independence Day weekend. All right, let's get to some sky cams. How about Dauphin Island and looking off into the opening there for Mobile Bay, and sun rising beautifully. Don't see the sun as well at Hamilton, but we do see a little color in the eastern sky. There's got a few clouds blanketing the area, and clouds very visible along with what appears to be some low stratus. I mean, we do have clouds in the form of low stratus, and that kind of blocking out the sunrise at Mount Cheehaw as we look down the spine of the Appalachians. Got a little bit of a weak surface low along a front in the northeastern Gulf of Mexico that does not appear likely to develop into any tropical system right now. Conditions just are not favorable, but we'll discuss that a little bit later. Surface high pressure over Virginia and West Virginia and the mid-Atlantic states, making its influence felt across much of the eastern third of the country. In the upper atmosphere, we've got a big ridge. That seems to have been the story for the summertime so far. And temperature is certainly warm, but notice that we're a little bit cooler along the eastern seaboard and into some of the Ohio River Valley over towards Chicago. Temperatures down into the 50s, which the last time I did this about a week ago, most of those areas were in the 60s and 70s at this time of the day. Around central Alabama, we range from generally about 70 at Alex City to 75 or 76, excuse me, at Tuscaloosa. So still a warm morning, but the humidity's down just a little bit. When I last talked to you, it seems that we were seeing dew points in the lower 70s, and now we're at least in the mid and upper 60s, so a little bit of a change, and that certainly makes things feel a little bit better. QPF-wise, not much forecast for central Alabama for the next 5 days. The focus along the boundary between the upper ridge over the eastern third of the country and that area in the central plains, man, they've just been getting a lot of water, and then down along the Gulf Coast with sea breeze effects, as well as that little disturbance that is not doing a great deal right now. Storm Prediction Center outlooking an area for slight risk extending from the western two-thirds of Nebraska up across the eastern Dakotas and Minnesota, and that area shifts a little bit further to the east and south on day 2. That would be July 5th, and pardon me, July 4th through the morning of the 5th. So the area extends from about Denver to a little bit to the northwest of Chicago. Tropic-wise, I mentioned that little surface low, that weak surface low that's considered non-tropical at the moment, and we can see that on the satellite picture. Not a lot of convection around it, and it does not appear likely that conditions are very favorable. Of course, the water's warm there, but that's not all the conditions we're looking for. So we'll be watching that over the near future, and the GFS is not certainly doing much with it. All right, here is the 06Z GFS model run, and you can see the surface high pressure over the outer banks of North Carolina, centered there and making its influence felt across central Alabama, certainly with very little showers expected today, especially with the drier air. The ridge stays in place on July 4th, and I think that will keep us pretty much high and dry. Like yesterday, I guess we can't completely say there won't be any chance, but very few showers expected. By July 5th, Monday, it looks like conditions are, the ridge is still with us, certainly, as it noses all the way up into New England, which means it's going to be a warm time for those folks up there. But the surface map, or the surface projected map, shows some showers kind of inching its way back from the Gulf of Mexico, so kind of think we need to introduce a little bit better chances, still small, for Monday as the humidities rise. The GFS is now indicating for Tuesday a little bit of an upper low over the Bahamas, but it doesn't seem to develop much of anything, and that's associated with areas of showers across Florida and the eastern Gulf of Mexico. By Wednesday, we're into the middle of the week here, and there is the upper reflection over the Florida Peninsula. But once again, not much to write home about. Some showers in the Gulf for sure. But other than that, it looks like we stay relatively dry. Once again, possibility of some isolated showers. The ridge is very strong, extending from the Gulf all the way up into New England and to the coastline of New England up there, and that keeps us pretty much dry, but with the possibility of those isolated showers. A trough begins to come in on the 9th, and this has the possibilities of introducing once again a little bit drier air, and we do see a front coming in. We see still a reflection of showers in the Gulf, but there's a front stretching from about Chicago down towards the Lubbock area of West Texas. By Saturday, a week from today, that trough inches its way further to the east and does look like it intensifies just a little bit as it digs down into the southeastern U.S., and that looks like that should bring us a fairly good chance for some rain on the 10th, Saturday the 10th. Well, that'll do it for most of the week. Now let's go out into voodoo country, and the 14th shows another trough coming across the flow. It probably has enough to get a front down into our area around the 15th or so. And then by the 18th, that heat bubble is beginning to build back as we see that 594 contour line back there over the southwestern U.S. Well, that'll do it for this Weather Extreme video. Expect to have the next one posted around 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great July 3rd, enjoying whatever's going on. And I know, for example, there are some festivities going on with fireworks. For example, there's some fireworks at the Helena Amphitheater Park, Buck Creek Park, on this evening. So I hope that you get a chance to enjoy whatever activities come your way. Hope that you'll join us again tomorrow morning. In the meantime, have a great day and Godspeed.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.